Hi, hello. So, for today's video, I decided that I didn't know what to do, to be completely honest. I'm not used to uploading weekly ever since I started uploading every other week, so these breaks are like testing my ability to come up with ideas at an appropriate speed. And I need to scoop myself down. Whee! Okay, we're good. But because of that, I was like, I don't know what to do, and I had to come up with an idea by like Wednesday, and I was like, dang it. And so I was like, what's the best idea I have? And I was like, I can redraw old art. And I was like, what old art do I have left? Because I'm running out of it. You can only redraw old art so many times. So I found it, and I found this on my DeviantArt, and Doki Doki Literature Club is coming back a little bit, which I don't know how to make this make sense. I'll lower my chair because I think that's part of my problem. Yeah, that was a part of my problem. But so I used to be a really big fan of Doki Doki Literature Club back in the 10 years ago. I'm old. But so I was like in the heyday of this fandom, so the fact that it's coming back is like the most wonderful nostalgic thing ever, and I think I might draw portraits of everybody else now that I'm like in the groove of drawing them. Like to this day, I still have basically all of their designs memorized off the top of my head, because I would draw them so much in my really old sketchbooks that I have to go dig in my closet to find. So this was like a blast from the past, but in the best way possible. I did download the mobile port because that's why there's so much excitement going on about this, is because there's now a mobile port for the game, or like a mobile app. And I am excited. I want to play it on my phone, but also I want to replay it again on the computer because I haven't replayed it in so long. But I might make that into a video. I don't know if you guys would like that. I don't really play video games. I do have a gaming channel, but nobody's followed me there, so I'm kind of like, I kind of ignore its existence, so I'd probably upload it here. If you guys were interested in that, and me maybe just analyzing like the stills and stuff, because that was like a big part of my art as like a young artist, was like looking at those stills and like really liking the way they looked and wanting to almost like recreate them, like the style. So I could talk about that while playing the game. I'm not sure. But for this drawing, I did a little bit of a different process, but I don't think we're there in the video yet. So I did the sketch as I usually do, and then I did this trick with the eyes that I saw people do, where you get a piece of like food and then you do like overlay on the eyes, and it makes the eyes look super complicated for no reason. That'll be later. I added little blushies because what is a super anime game without its little blushies? And the fact that I added the little blushies on the old one. This is one of the first digital pieces I'd ever created, other than one where I drew a bunch of, so this was during the LOL random era, just as like a, or at least for me. It might have been exited for everyone else, but I was like 3 years behind in the trend cycle. Like I was obsessed with Nyan Cat 6 years after Nyan Cat wasn't as huge of a meme as it was. But I drew all these Pokemon, and then I made my own Pokemon called PTSD, and me and my friend were laughing about it because we were like, oh, so random! Was it smart? No. I wasn't making fun of any mental health. I was just like, what's the darkest thing I can think of? And then I made it into a Pokemon. It was not a bright thing, but I was like, aha, so random. But I'm not redrawing that because I don't think my Pokemon drawing skills have gone up very much. But yeah, so I added in the flat colors, and I've been rendering over gray. I've been rendering in gray for a while, for like a couple weeks, not a while. But I decided to do something different that I was testing in my last video. But basically what I did was hello? Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. That's why. So basically what I did was, oh lord, there we go. Basically, okay, I can't move that yet. So basically what I did was I colored in everything, and then I like flat colors, and then I cell shaded over it, and then I rendered using and then I merged it all down, and then I rendered using the cell shading as like a guide to make it look more like soft and painterly. After adding in the blush, because I added in the blush first, because adding in blush and shading is kind of a bitch. So I did that first on the flat colors. So that's what I did. I used a magenta E color because she's a very their uniforms, at least how I color picked off of the old reference because I knew the old reference was close enough. I know her hair is a little bit more of a cool brown, but we're not gonna go into the semantics because I like warmer browns, so I probably would have picked a warmer brown to draw her in the first place. Just in general, because I prefer warmer colors. So I just used a magenta to shade everything, and then I lowered the opacity, and then I merged it all down onto a single layer. So this is all on one layer now, instead of separating it. And then I just was color picking and blending all the colors together as I needed it to be, or as I wanted it to look. And I think this worked out pretty well for me. I've only done this one other time, and I might try to keep on doing it because I think it worked out, and I think it I don't think the color, like the shadows, look as interesting, but I think it gives off more of the vibe I want it to give, where it looks more like a painting, because I really like the painting texture of, like, especially in the hair. I adore it, so I wanted to keep using it. I'm trying to not make myself, I'm also trying to not beat myself up over, well, not hidden slights, but basically I tend to beat myself up over not adding enough contrast into my drawings and like my digital paintings, because I don't know how to add more, but I know there should be more. And I'm trying to not beat myself up over it, because sometimes I do that and then I add so much contrast and shading that it's like a jump scare and it's not how it should look. Because I'm like overcompensating for knowing that my paintings used to be muddy, so I'm trying to like overcompensate with it. And when I say they used to be muddy, this was before I even started YouTube, and it's still a monster that lives inside of my mind. So yeah. So I just was like, so I'm trying to like get over that. Overall, I like how this turned out. I think it's really cute. I like the way the blush turned out. I think I'm gonna keep on doing that because I haven't done the like line blush in so long, but I forgot how much I love doing it. And then I told you about the food eyes thing, which is really funny. And then after that, because it's a white background, I did the thing where you do like the really intense lighting, you blur it out, you lower the opacity, and then you make the light come around it like it's like the white light, like backlight. And then that was basically it, other than me messing around with the lighting and adding in my watermark, and then erasing the watermark where it doesn't need to be. Sorry, that was a yawn. But other than that, that was basically how I did this drawing. Another thing I needed to say is this is my last weekly upload for not the year, but until May. And then maybe I'll do another couple weeks of weekly uploads, but I am probably going to be doing summer classes because I'm trying to get ahead in school. So until stated otherwise, it's going to be every other week past this point. So there's going to be no video next week, but the week after that, there should be a video. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the little bell, because I've noticed a lot of people don't get notified to my uploads, and then they don't see it, and then they don't watch it, obviously. And I think this is a problem with a lot of other YouTubers, but I realize it's, I guess, part of the reason why my videos kind of do so poopy caca is because, well, there's no bell. I think the bell still exists. If not, I'm saying something from a relic of I'm just showing how old I am. But if the bell is there, when you subscribe, hit the bell, all notifications. I really only upload, sometimes I post to my little comment posts. That's what they're called. But nobody looks at those, so I tend to not post posts because I know nobody looks at those. If I wanted to get information out there, it'd be easier for people to see, to make a short than make an actual post. It's just how YouTube works. It's a video platform. But thank you guys so much for watching. I am really excited for this Doki Doki Literature Club comeback. You might be seeing, I might be posting maybe the other series on my Blue Sky or Discord, which both links are in the description. Or I might make it a post. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.